everybody. How you doing? I just wanted to come on here real quick because I wanted to talk about last week's energies. I know for those of you who are sensitive or light workers, you probably felt it. I wasn't going to say anything, but I mentioned it to a few friends of mine who are also light workers, and they felt it intensely. So I wanted to come on here and kind of share a little bit with you. So hi, my name is Wendy Morgan, and I'm a spiritual mentor. I am an empath. Five-layer empath, intuitive, and I channel spirit, God, divine creator. So be that as it may, moving on. So last Wednesday we had an increased amount of energy, as we kind of talked about whatever my last video was. I don't even remember when I made that last video, where we see the two worlds are kind of shimmying apart a little bit, and which is really good. That means, it's kind of like two trains that are in the train station, and they're both, staying still, and all of a sudden they start to take off, and one's going in one direction, one's going the other direction. Which train do you want to be on? So this is kind of like a continuation of that little story. So basically, Wednesday was really high vibrational energy. So you really we're being shaken to the point where whatever isn't serving you needs to, it's kind of like a dog that gets wet. And what they shake, and they shake all that water off. And it's the same type of thing. We are being shaken to shake all the lower vibrations that don't serve us off. But Thursday was the big day. And I do believe for everyone it happened at the same time. Again, the light workers, and between 12 and 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. I just happened to be, thank goodness, inside of a session with one of my clients, and we were in session, and we were observing a past life, and we were observing the last time the photon wave came through our world, and so that was really exciting because it was during the Mayan times, and then once we cleared up that lifetime, then all of a sudden we were joined together, just like one singular light, and then there was beings all around us. And I don't mean just weird beings, I mean just people that were in their light body. They're just glowing white. It was really beautiful, and they were surrounding us. And then all of a sudden she and I separated, and I went up and she went down, and like saying, I know we're outside the planet Earth along with the rest of these beautiful light worker souls. And then the 12 light workers that which were originally around us doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and continued to do so. And there was hundreds of thousands light workers that basically were surrounding the planet, all of us. And we connected, obviously we're already connected, and we created a grid around the planet. And with that, we were asked, is humanity ready for the next evolutionary step? And in unison, we all answered, yes, we're ready. And there was also another question, but I can't begin to tell you what it was because I don't really remember. But anyways, and with that, energy shot from the center of the planet to our beings, and then that energy built up, and then it shot out into the solar system, 360 degrees in 3D terms. And it felt like it, like it shot out and it hit something. And it's like that something got the message, okay, they're ready. And with that, the energy got shot back. It was like, our energy seemed to be huge coming from the planet and from our beings and from the center of who we were. And it felt like it was so huge, but in truth, in comparison to what came back, it was like a little tiny hose with a little tiny trickle, because what came back was a fire hose. It was so intense, and just whoa, first of all, it hit every single light worker first, and then completely filled up that grid with even a stronger force. And then it basically, from each one of our hearts, it basically shone back down to the planet and completely went to the core of the planet and filled the whole earth and everything on it. And so this happened on Thursday. So this was really intense, and I was crying. It was just beautiful, full of love. And it was like, oh my gosh, we are literally moving into the next step, to the next phase of evolution. Now, since then, the energy again is kind of not, I don't want to say shifted, it's just continued to grow. And it feels like the energy really has been like we're already, and I know we're not in the new earth. I know we're not in fifth dimension, but we're definitely on that what's called the escalator. That's the flat, like you see at airports, just kind of the quick, fast sidewalk that moves for you. It's kind of like that's what we feel like that we're currently doing. And we're on this fast sidewalk, but we're feeling all these energies of the new earth. And basically what I was talking to another client of mine yesterday, and Spirit came through and said, all possibilities are available to you now. So so start asking and start, imagining and start envisioning what it is you want your life, your world to be and to look like. Now, a lot of people, when they do that, the first thing they go, well, I don't want, I'm going to try to take a topic that's not really, charged up. I don't want high gas prices, right? But within that whole statement, you're saying what the universe, what the body hears. The body does not hear contractions. Don't. So basically, when you say I don't want this, what spirit and energy hears is I want this. So really work on not focusing on the negative aspect of something. Instead, I desire free energy. Can you imagine free energy, right? I know it's out there. I've seen it. I witnessed it myself. And so I know it's out there. So I want to see free. I want to experience. I can close your eyes. Imagine, free energy. Wow, how freeing is that? So that's the aspect of which that we need to work on. Second thing is there is a lot going on in the world, and there's a lot of reality. How do I call it? I want to say the boy who called wolf, but I know the real situations that are going on in the world that are really horrific. And the thing is you can't be sick enough to heal the sick. You cannot be poor enough to heal the poor. You cannot be in enough grief and strife to heal those who are feeling grief and strife. But what you can do is really work on holding higher vibration, because that's the only thing that's going to snuff out the dark. So inside each and every one of us, yesterday evening, I posted a post talking about an Indian proverb, talked about within us. There's two bears that are fighting for attention. And one bear is in lower vibration. He feels anger and hatred and segregation and egotistical and, wants to control and have power and wants to create pain or feel pain or be afraid of pain or feel helpless. Those are all lower vibrational energies, and that's what that bear is about. And the other bear that's within us is a bear of higher vibration, of love and compassion and consideration and kindness and joy and elation and really wonderful experiences of being inspired by spirit. Because in truth, when we're in those higher vibrations, we're in alignment with the true self of the truth of who we are and that of our creator, God. And so that's where we are really designed to be, but we've been programmed that this other bear really needs a lot more focus. The thing is whatever bear is in your front seat is the bear that you feed, and you feed it by your attention. So really work on feeding that bear of higher vibration. Because just like, we've all been in bad moods, we've all been in poor moods, and all of a sudden one of our friends that come over that, we kind of all seen or had or met, a friend that's always in a great space, right? They're just like a freaking sunshine butterfly. And within a few minutes in their space, we're feeling good too. And that's the same thing that we're trying to do right now in the world. We hold that higher vibrational space so that everybody can feel good, and we can snuff out the wars, we can snuff out the segregation, we can snuff out the lies, we can snuff out the darkness. Okay? So right now everything is possible for us, but you just have to believe. You just have to believe. So really work on it. Now, if you find yourself really in a space where you are really being plagued by emotional charges that bring you down consistently, bring you to lower vibration, then you're welcome to go ahead and connect with me, and we can make a session, and I can teach you the I'm Agape process. It is a really easy process. It works wonderfully. So I'm going to call people out who I've taught it to, so you can share your opinion with everyone else how well it works. So I'm going to call it Lisa, John, David. She's not on Facebook. I can't think of, I know I shared it with like about 30 people, but nevertheless. So if you three basically, or anybody else that I have not mentioned, I apologize. But if you could also mention how that has worked for you, that'd be great. But the point of this whole entire video is to let you know that wonderful event happened on Thursday, and we are on a train moving in a different direction. But you've got to really, really, really try not to, watch the bear that's trying to get your attention of lower vibration. Really feed that bear of higher vibration so we can affect this whole world. All right. Love you guys. Have a good evening. Happy Sunday.